A fox was caught in the act of stealing chickens and was discovered on the spot by a young woman. Startled and guilty, the fox fled in panic, only to be blocked by a tall fence. With no escape route, it rushed into a storage shed. The woman, whip in hand, prepared to discipline the cunning intruder. Yet, when faced with imminent punishment, the fox let out pitiful cries and adopted an utterly pathetic demeanor. It repeatedly rolled over and exposed its belly, resembling a child who had made a mistake and was begging for forgiveness. Moved by the fox's pitiful behavior, the woman decided to spare it. However, in order to seek some form of justice for her deceased rooster, she chose to keep the fox temporarily confined at home as a form of dietary punishment. Once placed in a cage, the fox became even more submissive, behaving with extreme humility and obedience, as if fully aware of its predicament. Its gentle and compliant manner gradually awakened the woman's sympathy and compassion, drawing them closer together. Seeing that the fox had become harmless, the woman eventually released it back into the wild. Unexpectedly, about a month later, the fox returned, limping and emaciated. Once lively and robust, it now appeared frail and exhausted, bearing clear signs of the hardships of life in the wild. Filled with sympathy, the woman fed it a chicken leg from her home. The fox quickly grabbed the food and left. In the days that followed, the fox returned regularly, waiting patiently for the woman. She generously prepared chicken legs for it, and the fox, sensing her kindness, accepted the offerings without hesitation. Gradually, the visits became more frequent. The fox would even paw at the door to signal its arrival. Each time, the woman would drive away her own chickens and offer food to the fox. Greedy by nature, it would carry off any leftovers, while the woman continued to vary the meals she provided. As a result, the once skinny fox grew plumper and increasingly dependent on these gifts. The household cat, however, was far from pleased, especially when the woman secretly shared the cat's treats with the fox. The bond between the woman and the fox deepened further. She would even use her boyfriend's soup spoon to feed it, only for the clumsy fox to bite and break the spoon. When the fox failed to find the woman in the yard, it would boldly wander into the house in search of food, behaving as if it were already part of the family. Despite its boldness, the fox never damaged any household items and would leave on its own once it had eaten. To allow the fox to come and go freely, the woman eventually stopped locking the door altogether, treating it as a member of the household. She even built a small shelter for it in the yard. In return for her care, the fox helped watch over the property and would sometimes even join the cat in catching mice. One night, the woman noticed another fox in the yard. It turned out that the fox had brought its mate along to share in the food. Delighted, the woman prepared a feast for them. Under her care, the two foxes quickly bonded and soon formed a family, with the woman becoming their unexpected guardian. What began as an effort to protect her chickens ended in an ironic twist. The fox, once a sly thief, had gradually won over the woman's heart and, in its own way, claimed all of her chickens. From a cunning intruder to a gentle companion, the fox earned her trust, while the woman gained a warm and unexpected companionship from this unlikely bond.